Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I'm just fussing with my hair. I want to come on and just do some makeup with you guys. I have a whole layout right here with all of my makeup. I have already done my eyebrows. They're just setting. I need to put on some lip balm because my lips are pretty dry. It's that time of the month for me. So I really needed to. I'm feeling pretty dry. I'm going to start with the Dialba spray. I don't really have anything much to talk about. I just want to put some makeup on. This is a fresh bottle, so there we go. I love the way this smells. I feel like I want to talk in a softer voice than I normally do. Normally I'm like, rah. But this is the Dialba First Spray Serum. It's like a dual suspension, so as you can see, it's starting to separate. It's more of like a dewier oil at the top, almost like a dry oil, and then you have your serum at the bottom. This is Korean made. It is white truffle in there from Italy. I also am going to, sorry, I'm like all up on the camera, but everything's like laid out on my bed. I'm in my bedroom. So I have everything laid out on my bed with my light and then the window facing me. Actually, I want to turn on this other light. I have like a whole like cart over here. But I want to turn on this other light too. It just might be, yeah, it's going to hit me weird. I wonder if I can put it there. No. We just won't do the other light because I want it to like hit me here, but I think there's enough light there. I like to, for my primer, I have skincare on. I also have on sunscreen. I was out earlier today, so now I have to get ready for work. So I'm going to do these two together. It's the Colfi Double Life Serum Primer, and then also the Say Rose Glow. So just like literally not even a half a pump, and then not even like a half a squish. Just like that much. And then what I normally do is I rub them both together like that, and then I just dot, because I'll be putting on other products too. And I like to go where my face looks a little dark, not from hyperpigmentation, but from shadowing. There we go. I take a dual fiber brush, and then I just go over and then also I've noticed I started getting hyperpigmentation there from my nose guards on my glasses, which drives me crazy, and I'm trying to figure out how do I get rid of it. I'm just taking whatever is left on the back of my hand, and I even go down the face. So as you can see, like I have hair here. I have it all under there too. So I'm not doing a ton of makeup today, but I really need to camouflage that. Next, I like to put things away as I'm going along. So that's what you'll hear with the clinking. Next, I like to do the dark spots under my eyes and on my like my jawline. So I'll be going in with the Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint. And I might have to do this in 2 parts, but for now, we'll be doing the foundation and complexion products. So you see I kind of took away some of the darkness because the light is hitting it now from the stick. So just a little something I've learned watching, that those that know that I just constantly watch YouTube videos about makeup techniques, this is one of the things that I learned. None of the things that I do are new. These are all things that I have seen other people do. And I usually just take my finger and press it out, because later on I'm going to go in with a brush when I put my skin tint on. So see how it's not as dark there. Like it's still a shadow, but it's just not as much. So then what I do is I'll just to even out the edges. And I really like this brush too. It's like, it's huge. Look at the diameter of that. That's huge. Then after that, I was debating whether or not I was going to use these. These are the Westman Atelier Skin Drops. It's in 11, Atelier 11. You have to shake these up real good. There isn't a ball in here like how the Victoria Beckham ones are. So you can hear the ball, the little marble in there. There's not one in here. A lot of people have had trouble getting the product out of here. I open it like this, turn it over in my hand, and then I just lightly squeeze and it comes out. If you try to squeeze too hard, it's not going to do it. So you just press a little bit. See how now it's hard to get out? So just a light squeeze. And I only do like 3 to 4 drops for the full face. If I'm going to do like a heavy face today, I put a little bit too much. And as you can see, it's pretty liquidy. It's kind of like an oily serum. These are a little dark for me. I just want you to see like next to my skin, because I have been using a vitamin C toner pad and putting on a ton of sunscreen, and it has been helping me not get a suntan. I mean, that's the least to say. I just haven't been suntanning on my face. So these drops are a little dark for me, but it's okay because I put them really on the perimeter of my face. I mean, I do, but I don't. It's like going over the whole face, but it'll be darker around the perimeter because I will be putting on concealer. Just getting that all loaded up on the brush. And I'm not trying to like really conceal anything. I'm just trying to even. There we go. Wipe off the excess because I have on a white top, and I have ruined more white tops that way. Next I'll be doing concealer. This is the Sarah Creel Face Flex in 5.78. I do really like this stuff. It's not brightening, it's just concealing. So as you can see, it's just a couple of shades lighter than my own skin. And that's the only place I really put it. Sometimes I'll put it down there. Maybe I'll do that today too. Just like right there. And then what I like to do is take my Fenty U Mist. This is like a setting mist. Spray this brush and then set everything. So since I only have a couple seconds left, get ready for part 2. That'll be the rest of the face. All right. Okay, so I have put on my concealer, blended it out. So this is what you get blended out. I was debating whether or not, I think I will. I just really didn't want to layer a lot of products, but I do kind of want to get a little bit more dimension. So I'm going to use the LYS contour stick. It's the No Limits like contour and courage. To me, it's kind of like a cross between a bronzer and a contour. See, because it has that cool tone brownness to it, but it's like a nice chocolatey brown. So get a little bit of that. You literally, because this is so pigmented, literally only need a smidge. I just do my jawline, and as you can see, it glides so beautifully. See? And I do it with, I either use, here I'll show you, I either use one of these two brushes. So one is like a flatter top and one has a more rounded top. I'm going to use the more rounded top one just to buff it better. And I'm going to actually start with my chin. See how pigmented that is? I'm gonna have to put on a scarf. I'm gonna have to put on a scarf to take this shirt off so I don't get it all over the shirt. And I really do like this color. As I said, it's kind of like a chocolate brown. It just gives just a little bit of depth. See? Just a little bit of depth to my skin. I feel like when I try to talk low, I have like this whole like vocal fray thing going on. I need to check a mirror. Because in the camera, it'll deceive you. It'll look blended in. It'll look nice. See how like I have that? I need to blend in this side a little bit more. But then I'll look in a regular mirror and it'll be like a patch. It'll be like a whole streak. So I'm just going to use this as my guide. Yeah. Oh yeah, this side. Well, they're both pretty much blended out. And then whatever residual is left on here, I'm going to blend down my nose, across the bridge, just for some definition. I really need to figure out how to take care of these little dents. They're almost like hyperpigmentation. It's weird. But for now, because I wear my glasses anyway, you're not going to see them because I have this on. But when I don't have my glasses on, you can see them. It looks annoying to me. Oh, and I figured out I have my other light right down here, so it's shining like this way. So I have a light up here and a light down there. I like that new setup. Okay, so we did skin tint, primer, concealer, contour, bronzer together. I want to do eyes. I'll do eyes now. It'll just be easier. So the reason why I decided to do this video is because I have another video that will be put out after this one. But basically, I had bought a product that kind of made its way into a conversation in a Substack that I'm in. And most of us across the board in the Substack that are really, truly makeup enjoyers went out and bought. It's called a bronzer, but it's really more of like a contour bronzer as well. I've got the window open. And so I bought one just to see what it would look like, and it's actually really beautiful. It gives the nicest, like just a little bit of shade contour. It's pretty. So then I went back again because I saw some other products they had and I wanted to try them out. And I bought a few more products. So I bought an eyeshadow, a lip liner, a cream blush, a lip pencil, a gel lip pencil, and a lip gloss. So I want to show you the eyeshadow first. I want to do a whole look with it. So what we're going to do is we are going to use, I think that's what we're going to do. We are going to use the contour. This is by Gentry Kelly. This is the packaging. I love it. It's that nice matte black. I've been using it, so it is getting like a little funky. It's by Gentry Kelly. If anybody ends up talking her team and you want to know why like your bronzer sales have peaked or any of your other products just within the past month have peaked, it's because of a Substack. So this is the color. This is an Amaretto. It says it's a contour, which it kind of is. As you can tell, I really have been using it. But this is the color of it. So on my skin, it does have like that gray, almost like it's going to be too close to my skin tone. But once I put it on, it will really build that shadow right there. I'm just going to build it up just a little bit more. So it has like that nice gray undertone. It is the perfect, oh, it says bronzer, but it also says contour. So as you can tell, it's a mix of both. It is a pretty color though. So I'm gonna put this on my eyes to start. I did this look before and I appreciated it. It was actually really nice. So this is just gonna go, just kind of swept over my eye because it gives more of a shadow to the shadow than it does giving actual color. I'm not looking for color payoff. I'm looking for just to build some depth into my eye. That's it. Now from where I want to build a shadow. Now the way I did this before, I used cream products, but I wanted to try just powder products instead. Oh yeah. Just right there, outer corners, and just right into the socket of the eye. I also want to use, where is it? My LYS matte bronzer. It's in the lightest shade, Motivate. And I actually use this to like set my foundation sometimes. But as you can see, it's just a light color brown. And I'm going to use that just right over that other shadow on the inner corner. I'm just dip it in. You know, I'm kind of loading up my brush because I want to blend those two things together. You see, I'm building depth, not really color. That's pretty. And then, so yesterday when I did this look, I put the color over a matte. I think this time I'm just going to do it on my eyelid. I don't need, so I have all my colors, all my loose eyeshadows in this little case here. It's all magnetized. So these are all just different pans that I have. Don't know where most of them are from. Half Magic, Sephora, yada, yada, yada. But this one is called Taupe Priority. And then, see, it is that like nice taupe color, but it has some, it's like a satin, but it does have some like reflective pigments in there. I'm just gonna put it right above that Gentry bronzer. See, it's almost the same color, but it just has more of like a pewter reflect to it. There we go. That's really pretty. And I think I'm gonna actually use my finger for this. So we're gonna use the ring finger just because it's smaller. Just go right to the, oh yeah, the look. Oh, this payoff is so much better than what I was trying to do yesterday. Oh, this is so much better. This is really pretty. I would say, I don't know, but I would say Khaki might think of this as maybe a version of a Bedroom Eyes brown because it is desaturated. Oh, that's gorgeous. So let's just blend out the edges. Let's take a little bit more. I'm gonna take a little bit more of this bronzer contour on a slightly fluffy brush. Let me just wipe it off just in case there's some, sorry, I wasn't paying attention and it cut off. So we're back. We're going back to the Gentry Kelly. We're gonna take this is a Trace Loose. It's a company that no longer exists, but it was like by a singer. She had her own makeup line. This is the Trace Loose brush. I know I haven't been like really telling you what my brushes are, but anything fluffy, I've at least been telling you what type of brush to use. So just like a smaller fluffy brush. And then I'm just going back over just to blend the edges. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take an even tinier, same company, Trace Loose. Let me brush it off just in case there might be some sparkles on there. And go back in with just a little bit, tap off the excess, and then go right into the socket with it. Let me do that on the other side. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, so put that back in there because I don't want to damage that. I'm not going to finish the eyes. I want to do the rest of the makeup, and then I can always come back to the eyes. I want to show you the other Gentry Kelly item that I did get as well. The lips I will do off camera, but for now, this is the cream blush that I received, or that I bought. It is in the color Coffee Talks. It's a cream blush, as I mentioned. Such a pretty color. We're going to go in. It's slightly like tacky. It's like and I've used it already, so it's kind of mucky. And I'm just gonna put it right up here at the top. Isn't that a pretty color? Look at that. I hope that like this would be pretty even on darker complexion, because it's like a mauve brown. Yeah, well, that's what we'll say. It's a mauve brown. I have two brushes that I use. One's a little bit more dense than the other for my cream products. I'm gonna go in with this one. This one I like because it has this little dome at the top, but I do like a little bit fluffier brush. Gotta wipe that off too. I always try to wipe my brushes off because at home, you know, there's dust in the air, especially because we have the windows open, and I don't want to get all that dust into my cream products. And I can go a little bit across the nose and then finish right on the other side. It gives you like this little look like you have just been in the sun a little bit too long. I love it though. Do a little bit on top. Do a little bit on the chin. I just want to get like right across the nose. See, it gives you like almost that suntan look. So pretty. I do have some palette products that I want to use with that too. But for right now, I want to powder under my eyes and every place else. I'm going to use my Kosas in Comfy. It's the Cloud Set powder. I've been blowing through this on my Sephora puff. Usually I use a brush, but today I just really want to set this face because it is getting hotter and hotter today. All right, I'm gonna do right there for now. And then, so how I do it is I take it, put it on the puff, take the palm of my hand, and then I just rub it in. And then just with the tip of my finger. A little bit more, rub it in. And I like these powder puffs because they're the Sephora ones because they're super pliable. So I just put my middle finger in there and go in. And I'll even do up the side of my nose. Then what I'm gonna do is, I just want to set this part, just this part here. So this is where I'm going to use a powder, that powder bronzer that I use as like a setting powder. Just dip in. So I like these dual fiber brushes. This is by BK with Nikki LaRose. She's a famous makeup artist that's on YouTube. She does a lot of work with celebrities, And she has, this is her second iteration, or first iteration. No, this one's from her first iteration from her collab with BK Beauty. And I'm just kind of just setting just the parts of my face that I know will break down the makeup faster. I'm not doing all the way into my jawline, but just here, because that's where I sweat. I didn't mean to go that far in, but I just wanted to get just the sides of my, where I set in the middle. And then I just go back in and repress. And I forgot to do my nose, so whatever is left over on the sponge, I mean on the powder puff, I'll just do the base of my nose. Now I will say, my cheeks eat up this blush. So as you can see, since I set it, the blush has kind of like dissipated. So I'll go in with that same brush again, because this is only the second time I've used this. And I'll just put a little bit more on. There we go. Back to eyes. We are going to put some eyeliner on, starting with the Urban Decay 24-hour or 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, and I'm going to have to use a mirror for this. But I'm just going to tight line my waterline underneath my waterline, because I'm going to smoke it out with a brush. I just want you to see what I'm doing, and I can't talk while I'm doing this. This is like really hard. And then, once I do that, I'm also going to go in. I have the Sarah Creel one as well. It has a brush on one side. It's a pencil, so you can sharpen it. I will say this about the Sarah Creel. I like that it's a cool tone brown liner, but it is not creamy enough for me. The Victoria Beckham ones are creamier, but because this is a Sephora adjacent, I just want to do the Gentry products and then Sephora items that I've purchased, because I never really did a Sephora sale video. So even though I didn't say that in the beginning, this is kind of like a Sephora sale video. So what I like to do is I like to take the eyeliner, pencil, press it against my eye, and then like pull down, and that way I can get it to disperse a little bit better. And then I just go about 2/3 of the way in. And then I'll take the brush and buff it out. Now the other thing that I like to do, here we go, is sometimes go over with like a darker liner just on like the edge, but I'm not going to do that today. That looks nice. And then I'll just clean up the bottom with that brush. And I haven't even put on mascara yet. Pretty. Next, I'm gonna go in with the another Marc Jacobs product. No, this is the first one I've used. So I'm gonna go with this Marc Jacobs product. This is their eyeliner in So Tea. It is a pretty, like, dual chrome, almost like pink. What is that? Like pink and like maybe coppery color. And I'm actually going to put that in the waterline here. Also remember to sharpen your pencils, because the one thing you don't want to do is like how I did the other day. And I just started going in and I knew my pencil wasn't sharpened. And so the little jaggedy piece of this plastic, it's not even wood, it's like a malleable plastic, scratched my water line. And that was intense pain. I had to take everything off and just let it heal. You don't want to do that when you're trying to go for a whole look. So, yeah, don't do like I did. That was like a real lesson that I didn't want to have to learn. Also, Mercury's in retrograde. Oh, I got a story time for you. I have a story time for you guys. So, I'm putting this eyeliner on. So, I'm even going to do some up here too. Why did I spend 2 hours the other day cleaning glass out of my bathroom? Because I accidentally broke the crisper glass tray that, like, you know, goes in the refrigerator on top. While I was washing it. Actually, I had finished washing it. I had set it down while I was washing the other pieces. And as soon as it touched the floor, it exploded. It was a mess. Mercury really was trying to show me that it was in retrograde. We've all been going through it. You know, my friends have been going through it. My family's been going through it. My mom just recently had surgery, hip replacement. I'm just very glad that she made it through and was up and walking the same day from the surgery once she was out of anesthesia. So I was really happy about that. But yeah, I spent 2 hours cleaning glass up. I had cut my fingers, gotten glass shards in my knee, so I had to pick those out. It was a whole mess. And then I still had to go to work. I still had to get ready and go to work. So, but I did it. I was late. I texted my boss, tell him I was going to be late. So next, I think we'll do, safe to say, I've ordered a new tray, yada, yada, yada. It'll be here. But in the interim, yeah, that was a lot for Tuesday. So the mascara that I'm going to use, it is the Marc Jacobs one with the cute little mylar balloon star on the top. I kind of feel like it's very artistic. It's like a nod to Jeff Koons, who had those big structural metal, they look like balloons, but it was like the dog, yada yada yada. So to me, this is like a nod to him. But this is in cocoa. It's a pretty brown for if you have dark eyelashes. It does make your eyelashes look brown, which I do like. So throw some of that on. Wait, I would say throw some of that on, but I just caught my hair. I gotta get that out of my hair before it stains my clothes or stains my face. The one thing I don't need is a hair putting a big line of mascara down my face. But if that ever happens to you where you get mascara on your face, wait for it to fully dry. And then you go in with a spoolie and you don't rub vigorously, but just slightly rub, or you can take a bristly, clean eyeshadow brush and then just slowly just kind of flick it away and it should come up. The easiest thing that comes out is tubing mascara, because they're just like fibers, and then the poly like urethane or whatever it is that makes tubing mascaras. I feel like this is a tubing mascara, like a hybrid tubing mascara also, but it's very volumizing. So it picks up, so A, it has that hourglass shape. B, it gets in the corners of my eyes. And I don't normally stab myself with this brush like I do some other brushes. And see how pretty that is, and it gives you that eye lift. I'm not going to touch my lashes because they're still wet. And then I'll do the bottom. I do my bottom lashes a lot, but every now and again I don't, if I don't put any makeup down there. I'll leave it bare. Also, you should do your bottom lashes after you put on powder, because if the powder, if your lash mascara is not dry, then the powder will stick to it and it'll just get gross and clumpy. We're at a good point. We're now going to put on that Gentry Kelly bronzer in Amaretto Contour. We're going to put this on. I do a fluffier brush. I like something big like this. My brushes are all dirty, but I like something big like this to plop it all over. And then I always start at the forehead and I go into my hairline. And I try not to go below that shadow. Do the side of my nose. Right at the top there. I'm starting to sweat. It is getting hot outside. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then because I want to make sure that this blush stays on, I found, well, I've had this for a while. It's the Sephora blush. This is in color 16 Heated. It's a shimmer. I think it's similar to this one in some way. Oh yeah, it is. It's similar. They've got some similarities. There we go. If I do that, that helps. So I probably have some other blushes that are even more similar, but we're going to use this one just because I want the sheen. But I'm loading up my brush on both sides. But I'm going to tap it off. And then I'm just going to start up high because that's where I'm going to get the most payoff. So I don't want it to be right here, but I do want it to. And then I'll just sweep out over the nose. There we go. Now it looks like I have that. I stepped out into, or I got a little bit of sunburn. As I said, I like to put my things away as I go. You know what? We're going to throw in just a little bit more of this I just want to even out. It looks a little bit too sunburny. I just want to, yeah. There we go. And then I just want to check my work. Oh yeah, that looks nice. I just want to, this is how I press in my makeup before I set it. So I'm taking another BK with Nikki LaRose collab brush. This is in 19. I know I didn't say the other one. Press that in. And then we will put some setting spray on. I gotta find my setting spray. Please hold. Okay, I got my setting sprays. I always use 2. So I use for the perimeter of my face the Make It Last OG. Some people say that this is almost like a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. Actually, I like them the same, but I really do like this. I use this religiously. After this, I will be switching over to the Charlotte Tilbury because I have 3 bottles. I have one that goes in my purse, and then I have 2 backup regular, like full-size ones. I also have the Yummy Skin. This goes on the T-zone of my face just to set like the powder areas. So I'm going to do that first. I always take a towel and put it over me like this, because wherever it gets, it kind of has like that sticky residue, and I don't want that on my clothes. So T-zone, I don't know why I'm taking that down. I still have to do. And then this perimeter. And I like the way both of them smell. They smell fresh. And I don't have one of those like mechanical fans. Mine is analog, as I call it. My analog fan. My boyfriend buys me fans. Get your boyfriend that buys you fans. Oh, you know what I can show you? It doesn't belong in this, but I'll show it to you. I'll do another video with the Gentry products, lip products that I got. But in the interim, so I had been on the hunt for those Stains by NYX, but excuse me, none of the frickin' pharmacy, like Walgreens, CVS, who else was I going to? Oh, Target. None of them had them until, I don't know, the other day I went, where did I go to? Ulta, and they had them. So I got 2 of them. These are the Lip Lingerie by NYX, those marker stains. One is in Steamy Spice, the other one is in Up to No Good. And I like them because they're more of like a cool tone brown. Here, we're gonna put it right here. So that is Steamy Spice. And then this is Up to No Good. See how they're like almost the same, but this one's more like, which one is it? This one's more of like the green brown. The other thing that I've been using these for is filling in my beauty marks. It's really hard to do with when you have to see into a viewfinder. But I like how it deposits. So I'll show you that. Let me show you some other ones that I have. So I have the Huda Beauty. That was the first one I bought. Their delivery system's okay, but it was too light. That was too light for me. So like, it was good for filling in my lips. It wasn't depositing enough color. And you have to store these upside down. Which one was I using this one? And I'll find something to put on. It's too dark, but I'm just gonna damper that down some. So then I got the CoverGirl ones, and they're all just versions of pink. None of them are like, so like I have whatever this one is. I just didn't really like the color too much. It was that one. It was like a spice color. I thought this would be more neutral. It's like the same color, but just like more pink. And then I got a pink one. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that one was pink. I don't use any of them. Where's the other ones? Oh, and then here's the other one. This is the one that I use to fill in my beauty marks. It's like mauve. I mean, not mauve. It's like purple. purple brown, but like more purple than brown. So I use that to fill in my beauty marks. So with that said, these are really nice. They're like an actual like true brown color. They're a little bit too dark for what I'm going for, but that's fine because I'm going to change it up anyway later. Oh, so then we can go in with, I'm gonna do the lighter one. I have both of the, what are they called? These are the Marc Jacobs, like lipstick, whatever's. I have one in Mutuals Only and one in Burning Desire. I like them. I don't mind the weird smell that everybody has been like having a visceral reaction over, but I tried to transport this in my purse and it came loose. So not only did it get icky, but then I got a dent in it and there was like lipstick like all on the thing. So you really can't transport it unless you put it like in a makeup bag or something. You can't just have it like flapping around your purse. That's what I'm trying to say. But as I said, I don't mind the smell. Some people really, really don't like it because it is like this weird cherry cough drop amaretto scent, I guess, and some people don't like that. I just like kind of slop that on. I want to get my hair right for work because I have to leave right after this. It's like 3 o'clock. All right, that's the look, you guys. That is a gorgeous eyeshadow. I just want to blend it a little bit more right on the edges there. All right, how do you feel about the look, guys? Do you like it? I'm gonna change this lip. Let's put some sparkles over it. I know what I'm gonna use. I want to put, these are going to be the Sarah Creel lip gloss. I'm just going to put some on my wrist here. I mean, you can't even see it. It's like right there. So that I don't get my brown lipstick all over it. I just feel like it just needs to be lightened up a little bit. Yeah. I'll even do the Victoria Beckham ones too, because that'll stay on. What I like about the Victoria Beckham ones, they're more occlusive. They're a little bit thicker. So you put them on, they stay longer. I like a good glossy. Oh yeah. Bow. How's that? Even though it does kind of make me look like I have a mustache, but who cares? As I said, I'll do another video with the Gentry lip products I have, just so you guys can see also. But that's the look. I hope you like it. I hope you like chit-chatting with me. Let's do this again sometime. Maybe not as few and far as between as I've been doing, but you know, I got a full-time job, so I'll see you in the next one. All right, guys, take care.